Estuary News today, plans are revealed to save Hull's BHS mural as part of a new development in the city, and visitors from across the pond are having a kickabout in Grimsby. Plus I'm joined by our very own Stephen West to talk about cycling ahead of the Tour of Britain coming through our patch tomorrow. First tonight, Hull's Three Ships mural could be saved and a new ice rink built as part of a new development announced today. Hull City Council also want to build a new car park as well as new residential and retail units on the existing British Home Stores site and Albion Street car park. It also includes building on the former Co-op building and the Edwin Davis building. Alan Boyson's 1963 Italian glass mosaic mural will be protected as part of the development. John Netherwood is the project's director of the Hull Civic Society, who fought to have the mural saved. He's welcomed today's news.
I'm greatly excited by this. This is the first time this morning I opened the paper and saw these wonderful, stunning images of what it might be transformed into. That corner with the BHS mural is really very emblematic of our city with the three galleons on it. It's made up of over 1 million 1-inch square glass mosaic tiles. It's an absolutely magnificent looking thing, and we were very concerned that because it's not listed, and we failed to get it listed strangely, that it might in the end be pulled down. So to see this proposal by the City Council to convert it into a splendid new building, we think is absolutely marvellous.
One man has been arrested on suspicion of murder following the death of a man in Cleethorpes. The incident happened yesterday evening on Market Street. 3 other people have been arrested for offences relating to the incident. A man has died following a road traffic collision on the A180 this morning. Police were called at around 5:30 a.m. close to the Barnaby Top junction on the eastbound carriageway. 3 vehicles were involved in the crash and the road has been closed for most of the day for investigation work and clear up. Witnesses are being sought. And a man is wanted in connection with an assault in Hull over the weekend. Anyone who knows Lewis Green's whereabouts is asked to call 101 or Crime Stoppers. And North Lincolnshire is gearing up to host stage 3 of the nation's biggest cycle race tomorrow. The Tour of Britain leaves Normanby Hall tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. before taking a 178 kilometres of the country's roads and finishing in Scunthorpe. A full route map can be found on the Tour of Britain website. The Grimsby Ancient Mariners Walking Football Club played host to a senior football squad from Canada over the weekend. The Vancouver Classics were hosted by the Mayor of Grimsby Town Hall and saw Grimsby beat Crewe at Blundell Park. Before leaving for the next leg of their UK tour, the Canadians played a friendly match with the Ancient Mariners, whose chairman Peter Cribb was delighted that the Canadian side should choose to visit the town.
It's not only is a feather in our cap and in Links Inspire's cap, but it's a feather for the area. It's a big coup for the area that a team from Vancouver in Canada would pick Grimsby to come to. It's all about people over the age of 55 and the opportunity of playing a normal game of football, which we don't get very often. I mean, we had a practice game to see if we could manage the pitch or not on Tuesday. We really wanted to see if we had any players that could kick the ball more than 10 yards. Yeah. And make sure they could see one end of the pitch to the other.
Well, we still have the competitive spirit. We're not quite ready for being able to slow it right down, and when we are, we'll get into walking football, which is a really big thing here. And at this stage, we've still got some legs, so we're still running on them. We thought it might be a good idea to see if we can't find some senior players that are still kicking the ball at our age, over 60, in England. And this is where we came. It's been a great experience here, and we really couldn't have asked for anything better. We've been treated so well.
I'm now joined by my guest this evening, our very own Stephen West, to talk about cycling ahead of the Tour of Britain and a few other things as well.
Yes, indeed.
Tour of Britain first then.
Very much a cycling theme tonight, Dan, but anybody who's going to be on the roads in North Lincolnshire tomorrow needs to watch out, because there's going to be lots of random road closures, as we heard in the news earlier on.
Of course
it's starting at 11 o'clock from Normanby Hall. We don't have it to show you on camera, but I've got a list here of some of the locations. There's going to be Crowell, Winterton, Scunthorpe, around Humberside Airport, Scorby, Greetwell, Bottisford. All those areas are going to have road closures as the cyclists come through.
The route takes us west over the River Ancombe, doesn't it? Through
Yes,
Crow,
indeed.
and then we go sort of around the south of North Lincolnshire,
Yes.
ending up in Brigg, and then we go Kermington, Humberside Airport, and then round to Barrow upon Humber,
That's right.
Barton, and then back into Scunthorpe.
About 148 kilometres.
178.
178. So I wouldn't like to.
Well, I was
cycle
going
that
to
far,
ask
would
you, would you fancy taking on 178
Not on
kilometres?
my mountain bike, particularly. No, it's quite a heavy duty one.
You are a keen cyclist.
Not particularly, I must admit, no. But I do cycle, and I love to cycle, and I think that I will be doing more. I'm moving to a city shortly.
Yeah.
Lots of opportunities to do that. I'm frightened about being run over, to be honest with you. So I like cities where there's got lots of cycle paths. You know.
Well, thankfully, that's why the roads are going to be closed.
Yeah,
so
indeed.
hopefully that won't happen.
So hopefully there'll be no mishaps.
Obviously, it'll be a highly popular event. It's the most popular cycling event
It's a national event, yeah.
in Britain, and hopefully that the turnout, and there's a lot of bunting. I've seen a lot of green cycles and bunting and things around the various villages, and hopefully it should bring people into the area and be good for the economy as well.
The key message is, if you're on the roads, just be prepared for some delays and allow a bit of extra time.
And so a few other cycling bits of note we need to talk about today, isn't there?
Yes, I mean, now everyone's thinking about getting back to the work. The school holidays are over. The council are keen to push
This is
North
East Lincolnshire,
Lincolnshire Council are keen to encourage people to cycle to work, and Love to Ride had an event on Saturday in Cleethorpes where people could go along. There was a competition for fancy dress. You could go along and take your bike there and have it looked at and serviced and that kind of thing. And the key thing is there's a competition, so you can log the miles that you do.
A few pictures we can look at as well.
So that you can actually log the miles that you travel to and from work, and then you get prizes and freebies for actually doing that. And it's Love to Ride's campaign to encourage people to be healthy, to leave their cars at home, be green, be healthy, and that kind of thing. It isn't too late to take part.
Okay.
Dan, if anyone who wants to get involved, you just go to lovetoride.org, lovetoride.org, and you can register and still take part and start cycling to work and enjoy all these freebies.
Do you think enough people are taking up the opportunity to ride to work, especially if you don't work too far away?
You see a lot more cyclists on the road, but a lot of them that I speak to are very wary about mixing themselves with traffic. And I think it's a good idea to have cycle routes. It encourages people to cycle, and they're more safe.
I think there's been a serious increase in the uptake in cycling since London 2012 as well.
Indeed.
I think the last 5 years we've seen, I don't know the figures, but a remarkable increase in the amount of people out there in Lycra.
Well, yeah. I mean, people inspired by Bradley Wiggins and people like that as well.
Yeah. And we should be seeing someone like Mark Cavendish in Scunthorpe tomorrow, hopefully.
Indeed, it'll certainly be a good spectacle to watch as a spectator. Definitely.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for coming in, Stephen.
You're welcome.
Cheers. And now here's Jack with all the rest of the sports news.
Grimsby Town ended a winless run of 3 league games on Saturday after beating Crewe 1-0. Deadline day signing Martin Wolfwood came straight into the side while Scott Vernon made his return from injury. Mitch Rose leapt highest to meet a Sariki Dembele cross to give the Mariners a much-needed 3 points and the first home victory of the campaign. The win meant that Russell Slade's side now sits in 17th in League 2. They next play on Saturday when they travel to Field Mill to face Mansfield. The club are reminding fans that tickets for Saturday's trip to Mansfield are now on general sale. There are around 550 tickets remaining. Scunthorpe United got their 3rd league win in a row after beating Bury 1-0. Last season's top scorer, Josh Morris, converted a free kick late on in the second half to give the Iron the win. New signing Lee Novak came on as a second half substitute. The club have announced that tickets are now on sale for their trip to Doncaster on Sunday the 17th of September. They have received an initial allocation of 2,000 tickets. North Ferriby United played out a goalless draw with Tamworth on Saturday. Despite gaining the point, Ferriby now sit bottom of the National League North. Steve Howsham's side are back in action tomorrow night when they travel to Boston United. Kick-off for that one is at 7:45. On to rugby in Hull FC player Gareth Ellis and Steve Michaels have both been charged with Grade B offences from last Thursday's defeat to Leeds Rhinos. Michaels has an early guilty plea available. We'll have more on this when we get it. Hull KR maintain their perfect record in the Super 8s after overcoming Featherstone 30 points to 12. The win meant Tim Sheen's side are now a step closer to achieving promotion back into the Super League. They are next in action next Sunday when they face Widnes at Craven Park. Meanwhile, Robins pairs Sean Lunt and Chris Atkin have both been nominated for the Championship Player of the Year award. Tim Sheens has been nominated for Coach of the Year. Finally, some cricket. Cleethorpes Cricket Club hosted their annual T20 Day. 4 sides took part: Cleethorpes, Sheffield Collegiate, Appleby Frodingham and Benwell Hill. The first game saw Appleby beat Sheffield by 11 runs, while the second saw Benwell beat host Cleethorpes by 28 runs. In the eventual final, it was Appleby Frodingham who came out on top after chasing the 132 runs set by the opponents. And that's all for the sport.
As always, if you've got a news story you think we should be covering, please get in touch in one of the many usual ways and give us a call on 01472 315561. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, email news@estuary.tv or look out for us on Facebook or Twitter, which is @estuarytv. We look forward to hearing from you as ever. Until tomorrow, good afternoon.